The following program is produced in association with KCET Los Angeles and is being broadcast statewide on California Public Television. This series has been endorsed by the California Teachers Association, the California School Boards Association, and the California Library Association.
California's Gold is provided to the PBS network statewide through a grant from Wells Fargo Bank, coming through for Californians for over 135 years.
It's as American as motherhood, the flag, and apple pie. And it's been around long enough to be considered part of the American musical landscape. We're talking about Dixieland jazz. And every year, the good people of Sacramento set aside 4 days to honor this music. They call it the Jazz Jubilee, and it's a party. 4 days of toe-tapping, non-stop music. And you're invited not only to listen in, but to join in as we all continue our search together for California's musical gold. You look like you're having a great time.
I always do.
Now, is this something you do every year?
Yeah, the last 4 or 5 years we have.
Well, show me how you do that. Is there a way to do that step?
I just keep to the beat.
So you use your arms and your legs.
Oh, whatever.
Whirl around for me. There she goes. Now look, you got your little girl out here with you. Is there an age when you start them doing this?
Well, she was 2 when she started.
Really?
She's 4 now.
So she's been doing it. Well, now she didn't step in very lively there. You gotta get her going there.
Oh, she's tired.
You're having a great time.
Oh, this is fun. This is wonderful.
Now, is this something you do every year?
Oh, every year. I want to do it every day.
Now,
This is
show me the
fun.
way you do it. Show me the.
I can-
Well, no, I mean, is there a way to do it right?
Well, you be the judge. You're the boss
There
here.
she goes.
Just having fun.
And look at this lady. This lady's got quite a step. Now you are really going, and you are dressed to kill.
Yes, how about this? If I don't blind you, I didn't reach my goal.
Well, now give me a little show here. Show me. There she goes. Now, is this something that just comes naturally, or did you have to learn this?
Comes naturally. I became addicted.
You loved it.
I loved it.
You love the music,
I love the people and the music.
and it gives you an excuse to dress up like this every year.
No, I do it all year long.
Give me a dance. Come on. that was quite a nice set you did there.
Well, thank you. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
How do you describe, I've been hearing all different kinds of music here the last couple of days.
Well, I'll tell you, this is not Dixieland.
What is this?
This is good old down-home jazz.
Well, now they call this the Jazz Jubilee, but it has a little bit of everything in it.
It sure has, yeah.
Do you feel comfortable with all the different kinds of music that you hear here?
Oh, sure, definitely, definitely. Everybody has their place, okay? And there's different kinds of jazz, and therefore you have different people out doing their thing the way they know to do it, you know? And what we do is what we like to do, and what they do is what they like to do, and I like it all.
Are you all jazz fans?
We're here every year.
What do you mean every year?
Every year for 10 years.
Really?
Yes.
So you schedule your whole...
It's always planned for Memorial Day weekend to come to Sacramento for the Jazz Festival.
Now, do you get tired of this music after 4 days?
Never.
Your foot gets tired.
Look at him. His foot goes. Look at him. I think y'all have a good time here.
We have a real good time, that's for sure.
How old are you?
68. There we go.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. Now, does this music, all this music out here, scare your horses?
No, no. Tasha loves jazz. Comanche also loves jazz.
They do a good
It's
job.
great.
Wait a minute, how do you know your horse loves jazz?
We'll stand around listening to the jazz, and she'll start with a little rocking. She really enjoys the jazz. We've been doing this now for 3 years.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So it's something she kind of looks forward to.
Oh yeah, she looks forward to this every year.
Wow.
She's great. She's a great mare.
Yeah, she looks like she likes jazz.
Yeah, she does. She does. Comanche. We've got the state police and the city police down here.
So the city horse likes jazz, and the state horse likes jazz as well.
Likes jazz, no problems.
How do you know your horse likes jazz?
Same thing, they get the rhythm.
when they're walking along and when they're standing still, they get the rhythm, I promise.
Really?
Yeah, they get it.
Do they fine-tune their musical taste? I mean, is there a certain kind of jazz they like?
Well, honest to God, the horses do have an excellent sense of rhythm, so they might fine-tune it in their own way, sure.
Well, enjoy the festival. Thanks, fellas. There they go.
We'll see you now.
2 guys and 2 horses. And they love jazz. Okay, now here we are at the official information booth. What's going on around here?
We're giving out information.
What kind of information are y'all giving out?
We give out where the venues are, where good food is, where good bands are, things of that nature.
Now, are people fairly happy with the way things are going?
They seem to be, yeah. They're very happy, very into the spirit of the festival.
Everybody's having a good time.
Yes, of course.
And see, I'm standing here fanning you the whole time I'm doing this interview.
It's warm today, very warm.
Yeah.
Yes.
You having a good time?
Yes, I am.
Do you have any information to give me?
Well, I'm an information trainee. This is my first year, so what would you like to know?
Well, I want to know where I can go to stay cool.
Well, right here. You know, we're here to help out any way we can. We do start charging after 5 minutes, though. So.
Thanks. Now, I'm standing out here in the middle of the street in Old Sacramento with a group called Twilight Memories. And your claim to fame, other than good music, is?
Well, we'll find a helpless victim out in the crowd and usually surround them and sing to them until they're embarrassed.
And that's what you do for a living?
Yes.
Embarrass people out in the middle of the street?
Yep. They pay me the big bucks to do that.
Now, how does this work?
How does it work? Well, we'll play a song and people will be standing around watching us play, and then suddenly we'll see somebody who looks like they don't want to be pointed out to everybody else, and we'll surround them. We'll corner them. We'll keep them from running away. If they run away, we'll follow them. Stuff like that.
Until you finish the song.
Yep.
Now, is there any redeeming value to any of this?
Well, it's obnoxious.
Extremely funny.
It's funny.
It's extremely funny.
Really? All right. Well, now, see, there's a victim somewhere right over there. They don't know they're victims yet, right?
Right.
So we're just going to step back and let you.
We'll crank it up, and then
All right.
we'll
Here we go. We're going to watch this thing unfold. All right, fellas. Congratulations.
Why?
How does it feel?
Feels great.
We got two little jazz fans here.
Oh yeah, you bet. He was born at the Jazz Festival 2 years ago.
What?
2 years. Well, not exactly here, but after my wife spent all day here, she went home and went into labor. So
really?
Yeah. So this is his 2-year anniversary.
Well, turn around and look at the camera and show us your sunglasses. He's got on some jazzy sunglasses too, doesn't he?
You bet.
Now, do they enjoy the music?
Ask them.
Do you like the music?
Yeah.
What kind of music do you like?
Sometimes when I go to bed, I like classic.
What kind?
Classic.
Class.
Classical.
Oh! I should have known.
Yeah.
Your husband just told us how you went into labor after the Jazz Jubilee.
Well, it's a real interesting thing. My husband and I met and started dating at the Jubilee, and then we have another couple here that did the same thing. So it's a fun weekend, definitely.
So he wasn't telling a fib. You really did go into labor after
no, we Saturday night 2 years ago at the Jazz Festival, I ended up in the hospital. I felt labor coming on, and we went there, and he was born at midnight.
Do you think this was induced by the music?
The music, definitely. The music moves a lot of people in a lot of different ways.
Now, I always thought the English were very quiet and subdued.
We are. We're very quiet, very subdued, but when it gets to playing this music, boy, we go mad. Did you enjoy it?
Oh, I loved it, and the crowd did too.
Yeah, they did, yeah.
Now, is this something that is big in England?
I think it's big all over the world. And, well, I think in England we try to emulate the New Orleans style, and we're still trying, you know.
Yeah. It doesn't get this hot in London, does it?
No, it doesn't. We're enjoying it. It's a change for us.
You like it over here?
Sure, I sure do, yeah. We keep coming, and I hope we keep coming some more, you know.
Now, is there anything you do to any of these numbers to kind of make them English?
Yeah, we speak about them.
What do you mean?
Well, what I say is we try and play very New Orleans style, but when we announce, people say, gosh, they're English. And that's the difference. That's the difference.
Are people surprised that you know how to...
Very much so. Yeah. They say, what part of Sacramento you come from? or do you live in Louisiana?
is this a jazz dog you got here?
You bet he is.
What kind of jazz does he like?
He likes the older jazz, as a matter of fact. He's not into the new stuff. He says it's a little bit too crazy for him.
Does he come every year?
Every year. Well, this is his first year. He's only about 3 months old, but he's telling us in a past life that the old jazz was the one that he liked.
Do you know this guy?
He looks vaguely familiar. I think I do know him.
What a great dog.
He is.
A great wife.
Enjoy your afternoon.
Thank you.
And there they go with the jazz dog. Actually, it's a jazz puppy. 3 months old. Gonna have a great afternoon. Now, I found a lady standing in the shade.
Uh-huh.
Is this what you're doing today?
No, not all day.
Well, tell me about your schedule.
Well, I'm just trying to keep cool, first of all, and trying to see the jazz and trying to do a little shopping,
So you're doing it all?
I'm trying to do it all.
Now,
but it's kind of warm today, so
yeah.
I don't know if I can do it all.
Well, what do you think about the music?
I don't know yet, because the music's not in the shade.
You mean you're going to stand here until the music comes to you?
Yes, kind of.
Well, let me see if I can go find a band and get them over here. I
was hoping. I was hoping.
Did you like it when you first heard it?
Of course, very much.
What was it you liked about Dixieland so much?
About the music or the festival?
The music and the festival.
Well, it's a happy music. I like it very much. I like very much the people. The people get crazy with this music. I get crazy too with the other.
What do you mean crazy?
Happy, very happy.
Now, this is the strangest group of do you call these instruments?
Yes, mine happens to be a Stradivari. I think he plays a Guarneri. He's got an Amati.
Mine is a Gymnostifer.
Yeah.
Now, each one of them is different looking.
Exactly. It has to be.
Oh, that's right. It wouldn't be the same if they were all the same.
Uh-huh.
Did that make sense?
Yes, it did make sense.
Yeah.
Because we're individual nuts, so this must be the reflection of our personality.
Can we see?
You have to be creative, and you have to go into the kitchen and find out what looks good, and just put it on the board and just go with it.
Now, are these real washboards? In other words, you could
real original washboards, and we just decorate them up.
Can you even buy a washboard anymore?
Absolutely. You have to go to a hardware store. They're a little hard to find, but we can find them.
You have to know the president of National Washboard Company, Doc Donahue, and he sends them by the case, 6 in a case.
Well, that's out of Memphis, Tennessee, by the way.
Can we hear a little bit of? I don't know what this is going to sound like. Let's hear.
1, 2, 3, 4.
That was it?
That's it.
I was in the key of R.
That's the overture. We're not big on melody. We're mainly rhythm.
Yeah. This is really a lot of fun, and people like it, don't they?
They love it. You see them streaming in? They're coming from all over.
What do you think
You may
it
think
is?
it's fun, but I really resent the levity of the thing. This is a serious affair. This is a cultural event of great magnitude.
Well, let's face it, this originally was to be a one-year event 10 years ago, and by public request it has been repeated and repeated and repeated. So that means the public is as nutty as we are.
Can't say anything more than that.
1, 2, 3, 4.
On them 5 feet to do, has anybody seen my gal? Turned up nose, turned down hose, like a honey, one of those. Has anybody seen my gal? If you run into that 5 foot 2, covered with fur, diamond rings, all of that. That's why it is an urgent. Could you win? Could you win? Anybody seen my gal? Check the chord here. Peter Babcock, the Gymnostifer kid. Mike Frisch, Dusseldorf. Smiley Nelson, come on, Smiley. Rose Pollock. From Devil Mountain. Jim Coe. Coast, Modesto. Mario Ordóñez from Guatemala. Jerry Sacco from Sacramento. Here comes Pete May with his duck ball. Made himself.
Well, the folks here in Sacramento have come up with some interesting venues for their music, but this one takes the cake. Come on in, let me show it to you. In case you're wondering where we are right now, we're under the freeway. There's the freeway up there. Here's the crowd, and there's the music down there. They call this place the Freeway Gardens, and it's one of the most popular places in town. There's always something going on in here. Now these people all look hardcore. You've got all these buttons on.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
That means you've been here a while.
Is this the place to come?
This is the happening place. This is where everybody meets.
Why is that? Because people like to get under a freeway or what?
It's just absolutely nutso here. It's crazy. Everybody has a good time.
Now that's one of the most unusual things I've ever seen in my life. She's dancing and he's sitting down. Here we go. Now we're under the freeway, standing in front of the sausage stand. And Ruben, I caught you doing something a minute ago.
I was dancing to the music, serving food and dancing to the music.
Is that part of the job description for selling sausages?
Stuff that comes with the place.
So you like selling sausages down here?
I love doing everything, dancing and enjoying the people and everything.
And you can hear the music in there?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Well, now I'm just going to step away and let you go back to doing what you were doing a minute ago, okay?
All righty.
Here he goes. I think he likes it. Do you think that anybody from another town might find it a little strange that people are sitting under a freeway in Sacramento listening to jazz?
Definitely. We hear it all the time.
And what do you tell them?
We tell them that if they want to really enjoy the coolness of jazz and get under the freeway. We dance, we sing, we have a great time.
You think this would work anywhere else?
No. No, you have to be here to know what it's really like. To really enjoy it, you got to be here.
How does this Jubilee stack up with Dixieland Jubilees that are held all over the world?
Well, this
now,
one
be honest.
It's gotten a little away from Dixieland, but you can find good Dixieland jazz here. If you can't find it here, you're not going to find it anywhere.
Really?
And this is the biggest festival in the world, probably the best managed, the easiest to get around, the finest accommodations, and anything else you might want.
Are you sure you all aren't from the Chamber of Commerce?
I could be. I'm so high on this thing.
Remember when we get there, honey, 2 steps. When I have a fire, one that's on hold my shoes. Well, they go general blues. Tomorrow night, as the dark town struggles by.
Great.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much.
You've really got the crowd in the palm of your hand there.
Well, that's great to know because there certainly are a lot of them here. Must be a big palm.
Now, what is the secret of getting a crowd this large over to your side?
Well, I don't think the secret is getting them. I think the secret is keeping them. That's probably the secret, because they're all here, and they're all here to see all the different bands and all the great music here. And fortunately, they were here when we got here, and they're still here, and it's getting bigger. So that's the main thing, is to keep them and keep them coming in.
Do they know their music real well?
They do. They know their music, and they know their artists. Big Tiny Little has been a favorite here for years and years and years. And he's known for his speed, dexterity, and all the great songs he plays. And I've been fortunate to have been with him for a couple of years now. So.
Do you feel a certain pressure working in front of a crowd like this?
No, I've been singing in front of crowds since I was 10 years old.
You're just having fun.
In New Orleans. I grew up in New Orleans singing Dixieland. When I was a kid, I used to sing on Bourbon Street. You know?
Now, wait a minute. Are you a red hot mama?
Well, last night I was for about an hour.
Wait a minute. Explain that.
Well, we do the Red Hot Mamas, and the gals get about an hour to do their thing, and it's called the Red Hot Mama Show. And I did mine last night at midnight. The house wasn't full, but they were pretty happy.
But you sound kind of like a red hot mama to me today.
That's kind of what Dixieland is. But then when we work in the casinos, Tiny and I, we do country music, we do everything, you know. And then I sound like country western, so we do everything. Tiny does it all, and I do it with him.
It's quite a place, isn't it? Quite an event.
This is great. Oh, this is a big event. Big event. The big event of the year for us. It's a lot of fun.
When you start doing that, you really get your...
My what?
Body going.
You have to. If they handcuffed me, I probably couldn't do anything. I couldn't
I mean,
sing,
how do you give me a little bit of, not instruction here.
You gotta move. You just gotta feel it. See, you're doing well. Go ahead.
No, I was out there. I was loving it.
See, you were moving too.
I was standing in front of the speaker with the microphone so we could pick up your sound.
Yeah, I saw you.
Standing in front of 2,000 people, and I suddenly realized I was going like that with you.
You were part of them, weren't you?
Yeah.
You get caught up in the craze. Yeah, you do.
Don't you?
Yeah, you do. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, it's a blast. Now you all are on your way. You look like you're busy going somewhere. Like you know where you're going.
We're going home. We've had it for today.
What do you mean you've had it for the day?
Well, we've been here since 7 o'clock this morning.
Well, wait a minute. There wasn't anything going on at 7 o'clock.
We work here.
You'd be surprised.
Boy, I'll tell you, there was a lot of action.
Well, what are you going to do? Go home, take a nap, or what?
Take a nap and come back.
Well, okay. Have fun.
Are you guys going to be here tonight?
We'll be here tonight.
Okay, we'll meet you here at 10 o'clock.
They're on their way home to take a nap. Bye. I'm almost afraid. Oh, I saw her eyes open. What's going on over here? Are you just pooped out?
Yep. We're taking a little nap.
How much jazz have you listened to so far?
Oh, about 6 hours. But I could listen to 2 more days. It's
Really?
it's just hot. Yeah.
So this is just a little kind of a snooze in between some sets.
Right.
Just kind of a way to slow things down.
Uh-huh.
What is it about this kind of music that, because, you know, I've heard a lot of the old timers talk, and they're worried that young people won't carry on the tradition, that it's going to die out.
There's much more adrenaline in this. I don't know, it's just excitement. All the playing, all the soloing just brings a lot of excitement, and you like that feeling a lot, and it just, you want to keep going.
What's a train man doing down here on the Delta King listening to jazz?
I'm looking for some of my old helpers that used to be on the railroad with me, and a few of them are musicians. So I thought I'd take an opportunity and see if I met any of them down here, but they're not here today.
Well, what do you think about this Dixieland Festival that goes?
It's great. As a kid, I used to be able to ride this Delta King with my parents. 1927, when I was a little fella.
And listen to Dixieland?
Then I went to, well, they had a different kind of Dixieland in those days. They had real jazz.
Well, now, wait a minute now. A lot of these people are playing real jazz.
They're doing fine, yeah. We're having a good time out here. I'm a volunteer with the Railroad Museum on their Sacramento Southern train.
Well, now, do train people and jazz people, Dixieland people, get along real well together?
Oh, yeah. Where do you think they get that beat? It's from those old steam engines that go up and down and back and forth and clang and bang, ring the bell and toot the whistle. You got it all right there. Thanks a lot. I'll see you later. Enjoy.
Well, it's 9 o'clock Sunday morning. Time for church. And here at the Sacramento Jazz Jubilee, church is held inside the convention center in a huge exhibit hall, and it's called A Celebration of Life. I'm interested in how Dixieland music fits in with a traditional church service.
Well, most of the original Dixieland was religious music to begin with. It was songs of faith that were sung with rhythm and with meaning. As you could tell, this was a service of celebration of our faith, and we celebrate with joy and thanksgiving.
I think it's one of probably the most upbeat church services I've ever attended.
Well, I think that's right. It's not like the, quote, normal church service, but it's one, as you can tell from the turnout, people like to celebrate in this kind of way.
What is it that you think touches people about this? Because obviously it does.
Well, I think a lot of it's the rhythm, the music, the fact that we tell them to get rid of their inhibitions. They don't have to sit still, and they can feel their religion.
The 19th annual Jazz Jubilee is just about over. And I'm glad, too, because let me tell you, I am worn out. I'm pooped. My feet hurt. But that's okay. We've had a great time. We've met a lot of nice people and heard a lot of good music. Now, to be honest with you, we have just scratched the surface. There's enough music here in 4 days to satisfy even the most hardcore jazz fan. As we leave, I'd like to thank the good people of Sacramento for making us feel so much at home. This is a wonderful city. And as always, I'd like to thank all of you for joining us on this very special edition of California's Gold. Bye. Now, we've got the whole family here.
Yes, we are. I brought my folks out from Michigan to see how things are done in Sacramento during the Jazz Festival.
So you all have come, now you're certainly dressed for the occasion. Did you know what to expect when you got out here?
Not in the least. We've never been to a jazz festival in our whole long life. And this is such a wonderful way to express music in the years that we were familiar with, the 20s, 30s, 40s, and 50s. And we've just enjoyed every minute of it.
Now, did you get this clothing out of an old trunk upstairs? Was this something you had worn before years ago?
No, we've never been to one, so we didn't know what to expect. And she called me on the phone and said, "Mother, you must have a parasol and suspenders." And I said, "No way."
I told them they had to be costumed.
Yeah,
so when they arrived here, I showed them what they were expected to wear. There was a certain shock, but
I almost fainted.
Well, what do you think your friends back in Michigan would think about all of this?
They think it was crazy.
Got a shade on sweet Georgia Brown. You must be the old Tony that he's Georgia Brown. They all side wanna die when she comes to town. I'll tell you this lie. No, I don't lie, I'm not lying. All those tips the porters with sweet Georgia Brown. They buy clothes at fashion shows for $1 down. Oh boy, tip the hand. Oh sure, sweet Brown. Who's that, Mr. Sweet Georgia Brown?
California's Gold is provided to the PBS network statewide through a grant from Wells Fargo Bank, coming through for Californians for over 135 years.